Hi, so welcome to today's lesson. And in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the nth term of an AP. And how does that look like? So the nth term of an AP is given as T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1, then D. So by now, you should be familiar with all of these terms. So firstly, the A there is the first term. That's the first term. Then the n is the number of terms. The number of terms you are considering. That's what is. Then d by now should know how to do that. That's the common. That's the common difference. All right. So we're going to be using this formula to actually solve questions relating to arithmetic progression. So make sure you keep this formula in mind. A plus n minus 1 d is the nth term of an arithmetic progression. All right, let's dive in. So we have this example, the 16th term of an AP, that tells us that t sub 16 is the 16th term. And that's equals to what? 93. Okay? We're writing out the parameters. Given that its common difference is 6, what's the common difference? D equals to 6. Okay? Find the first term. Okay? We are not given the first term. Okay? And also find the 28th term. T sub 28. Okay? So how do we go about this? Alright, so the first thing you would have to do is to write out the general formula for an AP. And that gives us T sub n equals to A plus n minus 1 D. Alright, so we have this, and now we're given this 16th term to be 93. So then can we say T16 is actually equal to A? We don't know the A, we're not given, we don't know it, plus we know our n, the number of terms we're given is 16. In this case, 16 minus 1. Then we're given D, yep, 6. Alright, so can we find our A? And remember that all of that T16 is actually equals to what? 93. Okay, so then we have A plus 16 minus 1 is actually 15. That's 15 times 6. I'll put that into bracket and I have 93. Okay, so then I would say that is equals to A plus 15 times 6 is actually 90. Then that's equals to 93. Alright, so I can say A now becomes 93. Then this goes back, then becomes minus 90. And that becomes A equals 3. So basically, we found the value of our A. Congratulations, then we now have to go and find our T28, the 28th term. Alright, so T28. Now remember the general formula is A, which was our A, now we got 3, then plus n minus 1. Our n in this case is now 28. 28 minus 1D. What's our D in this case? 6. So can we find our T28, our 28th term? So you have 3 plus 29 times 6. Okay, and that gives us 3 plus 29 times 6. Is it 29? Sorry, 27. Pardon me, this was supposed to be 27. 28 minus 1 is 27. Pardon me, please. Okay, good. Then 27 times 6 is actually 162. Okay, good. Then, and 3 plus 162 is actually 165. Hence, T sub 28 is actually 165. Okay, good. All right, so this is how to solve this. All right, let's move to the next example. All right, so we have this example. T19, that's 19th term of an AP, is 131. The 19th term is 131. While the 13th term is actually 89. Okay, find the third term, the sum of 7th term, 11th term. Man, this is much. Okay, let's just take it one after the other. All right, so we have given just these two things, and we are asked to find other things like the third term. So now to find the third term, that's T3, or any term, we need our A. Remember, general formula for an AP is actually Tn equals A plus n minus 1t. So basically, we need our A and we need our D, which we're not given. So how do you solve for this? So putting account into this formula, we're going to apply it for the both of them. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to say T19 is actually equals to A plus n is up to 19. That's 19 minus 1. Then D, we don't know what that is, but we know that all of that is equals to 131. Okay, good. So that means this now becomes A plus 19 minus 1, you have 18D. And that equals to 131. Okay, so can we keep this? Yep, we can keep this as equation 1. Okay, then let's see T13. So T13 can actually give us, using the same general formula, A plus 13 minus 1D, and that's equals to what? 89. Okay, good. And we have A plus 13 minus 1, what you get is 12D, and that gives us 89. All right, so basically we have another equation. So we have two equations. A plus 18D equals to 131, and A plus 12D equals to 89. So how do we solve this question? So that means we have to solve the both equations simultaneously. All right, so we have these two equations. A plus 18D equals 131. Then you have A plus 12D equals 89. So basically, we're going to solve this simultaneously using elimination method. So we're going to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. And so A minus A cancels out. And so you have 18 minus 12D, 18D minus 12D. What you get is 6D. 6D equals 131 minus 89. What you get is 42. So divide both sides by 6 to get the value of your D. So 6 cancels out, 6 here, 1, 6 in 42, we get 7. So our D actually is equals to 7. That's a common difference, D. So I haven't gotten our common difference to be D. Can we get our A? yeah, we can put our a into any of these equation, get the same answer. So let's go with equation 1. So a plus 18d is equal to 131. So let's put the value of d in this equation. So you have a plus 18. What's the value of d here? 7. 7 equals to 131. Alright, so we have a plus, what's 18 times 7? 18 times 7 is 126. And that's equals to 131. Alright, so I'm going to take this to the other side. I'm going to have a equals 131 minus 126. And so therefore a in this case is actually equal to A in this case is actually equal to 131 minus 126. That's actually 5. So we've gotten that to be 5. So our A is 5 and our D is 7. Okay. Alright, so we have D equals to 7 and A equals to 5. I have to find the third term, T3. So remember the general formula of an AP? So the first term is A, that's 5. Let me write that general formula here. A plus n minus 1. Okay, the A is 5. Then plus, what's the n here? 3. That's the third term. 3 minus 1. Then what's your D? Your D is 7. Okay, so what you get is 5 plus 3 minus 1. You have 2 times 7. And so you have 5 plus 14. And 5 plus 14 is actually 19. So hence T3 is equal to 19. Okay. Then for the sum of 7th term and 11th term, and that's T7 plus T11. Alright, so we have to just write our general term here. Tn equals to A plus n minus 1. Write that properly. N minus 1d. So this is just to keep us guided. So T7, that's the A, is going to be 5 plus, what was our n? Our n has to be 7 because we're doing the 7th term. Then minus 1. Then what was our d? In this case, our d is actually 7. Then close up that bracket. That's for T7. Then for T11, the first term using the same formula. The first term is actually A, which is 5, plus n. What are you doing? T11, that's 11, minus 1, minus 1, then D, or D is 7. Okay, so we have 5 plus 6 times 7, because 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, good. And then plus 5 plus 11 minus 1 is 10, and that's 10 times 7. And so what we have is 5 plus 6 times 7 is actually 42. Plus 5 plus 70. And so basically 4 plus 5 plus 42 is actually 47, and 47 plus 5 plus 70 is actually 75. Okay, so 49 plus 75, and that's actually 124. So that's the answer to that question. All right, so let's take a third one. T15 multiplied by T22. Okay, just like we did the previous one, we're going to do for T15. And so we're going to have the A, which is the first term, 5 plus N, adding T15, that's 15 minus 1, because our common difference, 7. Okay. Then multiplied by T22, first term, the same formula. First term is 5 plus the N, in this case has to be 22, because that's what we're considering, minus 1. Then what's the common difference here? 7. Then close up the bracket. So what we're going to get is 5 plus 14. 14 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5 plus 21. That's 22 minus 1 is 21 multiplied by 7. Okay. So you have 5 plus 14 times 7 is actually 98. Then multiplied by 5 plus 21 times 7 is actually 147. And that gives us 5 plus 98, you have 103. Then multiplied by 5 plus 147, that's 152. Okay, so if we multiply these two values together, what we get is 656. So that's your final answer. So, and this is how to work around arithmetic progression. All right, so see you in the next lesson. Bye.